Once upon a time, two young boys had a bright idea to try and act tough by harassing the community. Me and my stepbrother, we'll call him Bryce, because it rhymes with rice. We were two young boys, but that's being too polite, because after what happened tonight, we were more like two fools that caused our own terrifying event. It was some day in October, but the year was 2012. That I remember. Only because Halloween was coming up and my brother and I were bored in the house watching SpongeBob. We were watching one of the Halloween episodes where SpongeBob and Patrick were going around town with the Flying Dutchman and scaring people off the Bikini Bottom. I was geeking at SpongeBob and Patrick messing with the Dutchman. It was a scene where SpongeBob was helping the Dutchman park his ship and saying,
"Big one, take us behind those rocks."
Moving behind the rocks.
Keep going. You're good. You're good. You're good. And stop. Don't worry, Captain. We'll buff out those scratches.
I thought that shit was funny as hell. But my brother wasn't laughing at that. He just said, "Why is the Flying Dutchman allowing Patrick to steer the ship? I could have sworn Patrick was the dumb one of the two." Bro, that's Patrick Star. So? Dude, like, he knows what he's doing, I tell him. "No, he doesn't. He's an idiot," Bryce retaliates. I argue back, saying Patrick is a bona fide genius. As we're discussing Patrick, we both get interrupted while hearing Patrick's war cry.
Ow!
Ah!
Lee, 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 lee.
Ow!
Ah!
Lee, 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 lee. Lee, 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 lee.
That'll do.
See what I mean? Even the Dutchman's like, what the fuck? He's even like, yeah, that'll do, after he hears Patrick's war cry. Bryce says this as he clearly has no understanding of true character writing, just like the geniuses at SpongeBob. I tell him, "Look man, you just don't understand pure genius." Bryce then replies with, "Yeah, I guess I don't. I guess I can't understand Patrick's stupidity." It's okay, Bryce. Not everyone can comprehend what it means to be a genius. Clearly you lack this understanding. Bryce looks at me with a frown and says, What'd you say?" Before I can say anything back, I hear footsteps coming from the hallway into the living room. I was worried for a sec. I thought it might have been James, my stepfather, who sucks by the way. But I was relieved it was just my older sister. We'll call her Emily because why not? She had dirty blonde hair and was wearing like I think it was like her PJs. I don't fucking remember. I just know that she was wearing clothes. Thank God. It'd be weird if we're just walking around the house naked. She's standing at the doorway, and then I believe she was talking to me and my brother about something, but I ignored her. It was the weekend. I didn't give two shits about what she wanted. My brother didn't say anything either. He didn't even acknowledge her. We both just kept watching TV, and then my bitch ass sister stands in front of the TV with her hands on her hips looking down at us. She begins to raise her voice. "Hello? Hello? Will you two just listen to me? Hey, Emily. Could you, like, keep it down and move out from the TV? I'm trying to watch SpongeBob." I tell her this while my brother says, "Facts. Just shut up and get out of here." Emily looked upset and started to say things that were complete nonsense, like, "Listen, Mom and James are gone and left me in charge, and wait, Mom and James are gone?" I asked her, and Emily then says, yeah, they just left. But they said I was in." "This is great news," Bryce says with joy in his heart. "Dude, this is awesome. James is finally gone." My sister was trying to talk to us, but we kept speaking over her. "That means we can play video games, and eat snacks, and have some Kool-Aid." I told Bryce this, and Bryce yells up going, "Hell yeah." Me and Bryce high-five each other, and then we hear, "Shut up!" My sister yells at us and throws pillows at us while we're trying to celebrate our parents being out. One pillow hits my brother in the head and he falls over on the ground. One pillow that she threw hits the fucking window. I guess that one was supposed to be for me. I looked over at her and I see my enraged sister. I ask her, "Hey, what's your problem?" "You are my problem. You guys aren't listening to me," Emily answers. Ugh. What? I asked, but with very little care. Listen, they left me in charge, and Before my sister could finish, she was knocked in the head with a couch cushion and lost her balance. What were you saying? I asked. Bryson says, "How dare you?" My sister responds back and grabs a blanket. "How could you do that?" And she then tackles my brother. While they were fighting on the couch, I went to grab a drink from the fridge in the kitchen. Since my parents are gone, I went to get some Kool-Aid. My parents only really let us drink water. Fucking parents. So when the opportunity arises like this one, you can't throw it away. I can hear my sister struggling with my brother as he was screaming, saying, "No! Stop! Mr. Swift! Help me!" I didn't care. I paid no mind. I grabbed my drink, snagged some Cheez-Its, and got on the recliner. Oh, another thing. You wanna know how my stepdad sucks massive gorilla dick? He has this stupid rule that only he and he alone can sit on the reclining chair. Unless he says otherwise. But that's dumb, because he only comes out to sit in the living room with us if we have company or it's the holidays. So this chair is pretty vacant for most of the year. Plus, it's the comfiest chair, it's in the best position in the entire room, it has a great view of the TV, it even has a stand to hold your drinks. So, yeah, it's the best place to sit. Plus, the couch was under assault from my siblings at the moment. I kept watching SpongeBob as I'm finally enjoying the life God gave me, drinking my Kool-Aid, eating some Cheez-Its, watching SpongeBob. I was enjoying myself for about 30 seconds. My sister steals the remote from behind me, pauses SpongeBob, and takes my drink out of my hand. What a bitch! She then looks at me. Her face was like 5 inches from me. She was so close. I sighed and was like, alright. You have my attention. She didn't say anything though. She just kept her face looking pissed. What? What is it? Is it the Kool-Aid? Look, don't worry, Em. I left enough for you. You can have a cup too. I said this, but she didn't react or move. Just kept staring at me. I didn't know what else to do, but I felt like I should do something. But then I remembered Bryce, and I was wondering what happened to him. I then asked her, "Hey, what happened to Bryce?" Emily looked to her left with her eyes not moving an inch. I looked over and saw my brother all wrapped up in a blanket. He looked like a sad burrito. "You good?" I asked him. He replied saying, "Yeah, just stuck. Can't really move. But I might." "That's good." I told him this and looked over at my sister. "Hey, what is your problem? Give me the remote." She just kept looking at me. I had no idea what she wanted, but I had an idea to get what I wanted. This sometimes works and sometimes it doesn't, so I gave it my best shot. I moved in closer and kissed my sister on the cheek. She jumped back, dropping the remote and wiping her face. "Ew! I can't believe you just did that!" I picked up the remote and said, "Thank you very much. Now get out of here." Me and Bryce were watching SpongeBob. "Yeah!" Bryce agreed with me as he was laying on the ground, looking at the TV. "I wish Squidward was here to see this," was the next line we heard.
How exciting! I wish Squidward were here to see this.
Boy, I'm glad all that's over.
Squidward! You're back!
And next thing you know, me and Bryce were having a great time, laughing and enjoying this moment. My sister yells at us, steals my Kool-Aid, then shuts herself in her room. I hear a slam and a lock. Yep, she's upset. But I cared more about the Kool-Aid she took. "That bitch just stole my Kool-Aid," I said sadly. Bryce, laying on the ground, tells me, "Ugh, at least you still have your Cheez-Its." As he said that, my older brother came out of nowhere. We'll call him Brad, because why not? He walks in the living room, scans the room, sees my Cheez-Its. He walks over to me, snatches them from me, and walks backwards while eating them in my face. "Hey!" I said, but he then just turns off the light, flips me off, gives me the bird, and walks up the stairs. I hear the attic door shut. Did my brother really just come down the stairs to annoy me, steal my Cheez-Its? I can't believe this. My sister takes my drink. My brother steals my snacks. They tie up Bryce. This is great. And he turned off the light. Now I gotta get up and turn it back on. Bryce then says, at least you're not all wrapped up in a blanket. He's right. I laughed and then replied saying, true. How did she even wrap you up like that? Aren't you stronger than her? Bryce sighs and says, look, she got me. She got me, man. I had to rewind the episode because I felt like I missed a part because of my fucking sister. Me and Bryce look at the TV and see SpongeBob and Patrick scaring the people in town.
Prepare to be burdened with the haunting memories of my ghostly ghost pirates.
Was that the signal? Okay, sorry. Just do it again.
With the haunting memory of my ghostly ghost pirates.
How does he do that?
Get back on the ship.
It's still a mystery.
Those guys are dorks.
Yes, but they're my dorks.
Hey, why don't we do that? Bryce says. Do what? Be dorks? I asked him. No, we can go outside and scare people. I looked at him and thought he was crazy. Dude, that sounds like a great idea, I told him. Bryce grew a smile on his face and said, exactly, we can go to someone's house and a great stupid idea. I interrupted him when I said this while he was in mid-sentence. Bryce lost his smile and scooted closer to me while he was wrapped up. Look, man, trust me, it's gonna be fun, he said. Not gonna happen, I told him, as I continued to keep watching SpongeBob. Okay, but what if I give you $20? I looked over and said, add in your pizza rolls tonight for dinner, plus that 20, and you got yourself a deal. I responded to him, but he didn't look too happy. He then asked me, my pizza rolls, bro? What am I supposed to eat for dinner if you have those? We're getting some chips with it. You can have my chips, I told him. Look, man, if you want me to do this with you, it's your pizza rolls and $20. What do you say? Fine. But let me have at least one pizza roll and get me out of this thing. Deal. I reached out for his pinky, but he was still all wrapped up. Hey, unwrap me and we can pinky swear on it, Bryce said as he was trying to wiggle himself out of the blanket. I unwrapped him and we then stuck out our pinkies. Let me see your other hand, bitch. I said this because I didn't want any of that whole cross my finger bullshit. Let me see yours too, he asked. I laughed because I'm a man of my word. So I told him, trust me, I won't break a promise. A man must be a man of his word. We pinky swear, then Bryce goes and grabs his jacket. I do the same as we're getting ready. We checked on our other sibling, Emily, who was still in her room, locked up. And I also checked my brother. He was watching an anime. He had his headphones on. When me and Bryce met up at the front door, he asked me if Emily and Brad suspected anything. I told him, nah, we're good. Because usually when our parents leave the house, one of the rules is no one is allowed to leave the property. So my older siblings were in charge of us, making sure we stayed either in the house or in the backyard with the dogs. That way we're safe. Though me and my brother were breaking the rule tonight, we wanted to go and have a little scare adventure. And I was trying to make a quick buck off this dude. Bryce asked me again, yo, Mr. Swift, we're good, right, dog? Yeah, we're good, dude. I just said that. Emily and Brad don't suspect anything. Emily's in her room with the door locked, and Brad's watching anime. So we should be straight. Bryce nods and says, cool. You ready? Yeah, I got my jacket, flashlight, and is there anything else we need? I asked this because, to be honest, I really didn't know what we were doing. I just know that we were scaring people. Bryce tells me, yeah, you're good. He then says as we put our hoods over our heads, he then gives me a black BB gun. I asked him, why the BB gun? And then he hands me a mask too. Bro, a mask as well? What the? Bro, are we scaring people or are we robbing the town? Bryce looks over and says to me, "Look, man, the mask is to conceal our faces, and the BB gun, well, that's just protection, and our jackets are basically the same jackets we use for our BB gun wars, so we'll be pretty decked out in gear and nobody will know who we are." I looked at him and was like, yeah, just looks kind of sketchy though, but whatever. We put on our gear and I look in the mirror and we looked like hooded soldiers. We looked pretty sick, to be honest. I'm like, "Alright bro, you ready?" He's like, "Yeah man, I'm ready." And next thing you know, he has his gas powered BB gun. Oh man, I know about that gun. His gun basically hurts like a bitch if you don't layer up. I thought my brother was just crazy, but all I could think about was the money and the pizza rolls. When I was a young, dumb kid like I was today, I would do almost anything for money, even stupid shit like this. "Alright, let's go." "Alright, yeah," I tell him. "Let's just be quick. I don't know how long Brad and Emily will be busy." I had a little brother as well and a little sister, but they weren't home tonight, so it was kind of a perfect opportunity for us to do this. We opened the front door and stepped outside.